So in this video, we're just going to quickly talk about a principle called elastic versus inelastic collisions, right? It's going to be a short video because some of these principles they're out of the syllabus of this for this course, but let's just talk about them right now. So elastic versus inelastic collisions. In any collision, the total momentum is always conserved. So total momentum, it is always conserved, no matter what is happening there. So even if it's in an accident is a what? It's collision. So if you take all the parts and stuff like that are flying off, even a part of the windscreen that is flying off with the velocity on that side, a part of the what do you call this? Part of the door that is flying with the velocity on this side. If you add up all those parts, their momentum, the total momentum is going to be conserved, right? Let's say someone has hit the curb. The curb is stationary, right? It's stationary, and then the car is coming at a certain velocity. The car is coming at a certain velocity. You can calculate the momentum of that car when it hits the curb, and then everything just flies off in different directions. Even parts of the concrete are flying. When you add up those velocities, you see that the total momentum when the car came, the curb was stationary, so it didn't have any momentum. The car had its own momentum, so total momentum before it will be equal to the total momentum after of all those parts of the car, parts of the curb, the concrete, everything. It will be the total momentum is conserved. But usually the kinetic energy is not conserved. Total kinetic energy, that's a different thing now. The total kinetic energy is usually not conserved. It's usually not conserved. We can add up their kinetic energies, but usually the kinetic energy is not conserved. The reason for this is because some of that energy is converted to heat. There's going to be heat involved, right? And there's going to be sound. Sound energy is going to, because when it hits, it's going to that is already energy. That is energy that has been generated there. That is energy from the kinetic energy because it was quiet. But as soon as it hit with that energy, with that kinetic energy, part of that kinetic energy was converted to sound for us to hear and turn. What happened there? So that sound energy is, so that's part of that kinetic energy is converted to heat and converted to sound. And this sound is notorious because this is not recoverable. You cannot make use of that. Sound is very it's difficult. You cannot make use of sound. It gets lost. That's energy that is lost. Heat, you can say maybe the heat of the collision we can heat up water, like with the hydroelectric power and convert it into electric power. But sound is very nasty. It is not recoverable. And when this kinetic energy is converted into some energy that is not recoverable, it becomes an inelastic collision. So this has nothing to do with joining, because first you think it's coalescing or whatever it is, or joining. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with the energy, the kinetic energy being converted into something that is not recoverable. If that is the situation where the kinetic energy is converted to something that is not recoverable, we have an inelastic collision. Inelastic collision. So that is just basically what it is. So that's what I wanted to share in this video. So if total kinetic energy is conserved, it's called elastic. If it's not conserved, it's inelastic. So when you're playing snooker or pool, I don't know what you call it there. If it's pool or snooker or 8-ball, usually those balls, they observe elastic collisions. Usually it's very minimal. The sound is very minimal there. Or atomic collisions. We can say what I mean. I don't mean the sound is minimal because you can hear it, but I mean like the part of kinetic energy that is converted to sound. It is very minimal. This kinetic energy could be, let's just say, 1,000 joules, and the sound could just be taking 0.1 joules. So it's very minimal. So we just say they are elastic. That's pretty much it. So that is the video that I just wanted to discuss now. In the next video, we're going to move on to work. We're going to discuss what work is. So stay tuned for that video.